Thanks for coming to check out my first pack opening video here at Magic by the Numbers. Managed to win myself 6 packs at the local Eldritch Moon pre-release with a terrible deck which I like to call Red-Black Emrakul Aggro, which if you imagine a terrible version, it's probably twice as bad, but still got me a 3-1 result, which I can't complain about. With the 6 packs, I decided I'd chuck 2 aside for a normal draft, 2 into my Chaos pool, and leave 2 to open up, maybe share with you guys, have a look at what I would take, what I would pick, what I think about the cards as a draft value, because I do love draft value when opening packs. Couple of things, if you're going to watch this video, keep in mind I am not by any stretch of the imagination a pro player. I think on my best day you could probably call me slightly above average. Also keep in mind I've not drafted this set before. I've played sealed, exactly 1 sealed tournament, and any discussion I have here is purely speculative. Finally, the other thing to keep in mind is that as default I do tend to go for the aggro decks, I should say, and sometimes my thoughts on the cards will reflect that more than anything. Further ado, let's crack open the first pack, and I happily talk about what I open and what I think of the cards. Obviously, feel free to comment here, hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, wherever. Tell me I'm wrong, tell me what you would do, and go from there. Alright, starting from the top. Nice and quick, we've got a Brazen Wolves. Brazen Wolves is a fantastic card. I personally like to think, again, going to that aggro roots. A 3-mana creature that attacks as a 4 power and blocks as a 2/3. It keeps a lot of creatures off the board. I've found a lot of X3s and X2s on the board in this set, and it can definitely hold off when you need to, but if you're playing this card, you want to be attacking, you want to be getting that 4 damage in turn 4 onwards and using whatever combat tricks you can find. Depending obviously on better cards, but if there was nothing better in the pack, I'd definitely happily take this. Next up, Drag Under. Now, Drag Under, not a card that I tend to personally play. Return target creature to its owner's hand, draw a card, 3-mana instant, focus. Definitely a solid card. There are a lot of people I know in this world that would take this first pick and throw away those wolves. Personally, I would most likely take the wolves because that is my comfort zone, but again, a card that I wouldn't be too upset putting into my deck. Otherworldly Outburst. This is a card that got played against me more than I expected at the pre-release. I wrote it off as basically an unplayable card. Your best case scenario is that your creature dies, you get a 3/2 Eldrazi, which, I mean, the 3/2 Eldrazi is fine, but at what point are you playing this card hoping your creatures are going to die? Personally, I'm putting this in the no pile. Moving forward, Dawngrif. Hey, it's a Windrake in white. You can't really argue with that. A 3-mana 2/2 with flying. Nothing else too fancy, but 3 mana for a 2/2 flying is fine. I'd definitely play it. Probably not first picking. Certain Death. 6 mana, destroy target creature. Its controller loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. Again, can't complain. 6 mana, destroy target creature. It's definitely not premium, but it is what we get. It is fine, and you'd take it. Again, probably not first picking it. Moving forward, we've got Swift Spinner. Swift Spinner is a 4-mana 2/3 with flash and reach, as it is a spider, and all spiders do have reach. This card's fine. Doesn't excite me. Definitely not better than the 3 that I would be looking at this point. Valkenrath Reaver. Here's our red bear. Fortunately, a vampire that doesn't have any abilities. Again, because of that, you're not going to take it first. But if you're playing red, you find it, you play it, it's fine. Ironright's Cleansing, 2 and a white. Exile target artifact and enchantment. I don't think there's enough artifacts or enchantments in this set to be playing this main deck. Could be wrong. Again, I don't know every single card in this set at this point because it has only been out. Well, pre-release was only yesterday. Again, you might take it late and decide what if you're playing white, but you're not going to take it anywhere near this early. Moving forward, Spontaneous Mutation, Flash, Enchant Creature, Aura. Enchanted creature gets -X/-O, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Look, again, this is me maybe being the aggro player, but I don't think this card's good. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me a point where you would play this card, and I'll definitely listen to any suggestions. But personally, Not taking it first, not taking it last, not playing it. Graph Harvest, 1 mana enchantment. Zombies you control have menace. Now, from what I've seen, the black-white and black-blue decks are pretty solid in the sealed format, at least. And I can only imagine they get better when you're drafting with synergy in mind. Zombies you control have menace. 3 and a black, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Put a 2/2 black creature token into the battlefield. It's a card you want to be building around. It's a card that can potentially be literally doing nothing, and for that, doesn't excite me. I'm probably not taking it either unless I'm already deep into a zombie deck. Chilling Grasp. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. It actually has Madness, which is 1 mana more than the casting cost. This is interesting. I don't think it's good. To look at a personal reflection, one of the big moments that I believe got better at Magic was when I realized that effects like this were better in the aggro deck, not the control deck. Tap creatures to me always like a control ability, but I've realized that what you want to be doing is tapping 2 creatures and attacking to win the game. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, blue players, but I don't think this could be acceptable as an early pick, if at all playable. Somberworld Stag. Now, I do love a fight card. Somberworld Stag's a 5 mana 4/3. Enters the battlefield, he can fight target creature you don't control. I believe, again, haven't had a chance to play with this deck. This card, my deck was a black-red. I believe the 3 toughness is a weakness. I believe that it's not as good as it would look if it was a 4/4, but still definitely playable. I would definitely appreciate anyone taking this early. Looking at our rare. Our rares are always a fun part because normally when you open a pack, it's the first place you go and you usually pick it first if it's not terrible. In my experience anyway. Elder Deep Fiend. 8 mana for a flash 5/6, and when you cast him, tap up to 4 target permanents. Now this, I believe, would go in the same deck as the Chilling Grasp. You're playing him to tap down the blockers to win the game, and who cares that you got a 5/6 because you tend to win. Oh, hey, you got a 5/6, you can save yourself for a turn. Now it does have a merge. Haven't had a chance to play with the merge. It seems fine. You should be playing enough creatures that you have a couple to sacrifice when you get to turn 5, sack a 3-drop, pay 4 mana, drop this guy. Not great, but definitely fine. In this case, I'd probably take this guy, look at building around with a blue-based deck if that's going to happen. Be happy to pick those up and see what happens from there. But if I'm building what I normally build if I play blue, which is a control deck, he's actually not going to be that exciting because paying him for 8 mana is not 100% optimal. Finally, as with any pack in this set, we do have a flip card, only the one this time unfortunately. Tangleclaw Werewolf. He's a 2/4, but for 4 that can block an additional creature each combat, and for 7 mana you can transform him. And the sexy other side is a 4/6 Vigilance that must be block if able and can block an additional creature each combat. This guy, I would be pretty happy taking this guy. Again, not first, but building into a green deck, he seems fine. It seems like these games, if you're not going fast enough, it is going to go long, and building up to 7 mana is not completely unreasonable, and a 4/6 that's guaranteed to at least kill something, whether it be attacking or blocking, because it has to be blocked and can block twice. In saying that, you can't look past the rare, and I believe the first pick, personal choice, would be the Elder Deep Fiend, looking to build around again that blue-based deck with lots of guys to sacrifice and lots of things to take advantage of the tapping out. In saying that, I believe any of these guys would be acceptable picks. We've got from the top, we've got the Brazen Wolves. The aggro player in me is just going to be begging to take this and take 5 or 6 of them in a draft because it's amazing. We've got the Drag Under to return target creature with owner's hand and draw a card. We've got the Dawn-Griff, boring old 3 mana 2/2 flying. Somberworld Stag, 4/3 that fights for 5 mana, or the big sexy werewolf that does nice things when it transforms. Those are the cards that I would personally argue taking top couple of picks. The other guys I probably might be taking later when building those decks, and these 4 I believe are not going to get played very much, and you probably wouldn't want to waste a pick on them. Again, feel free to comment here, hit me up at facebook.com/mpnumbers or on Twitter at @mtgbythenumbers. Thanks for checking out this video. Please, this is the first time I've recorded a video using my mobile. Any kind of feedback, any kind of suggestions, any constructive criticism is absolutely fantastic, and I do appreciate it. Have a great night. Bye.